Boom shakalaka, 2 charts you need to see for Bitcoin and for altcoins. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, a lot of very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including one chart you gotta see for Bitcoin and one chart you gotta see for altcoins. Before we get into it guys, like the video, come join us on Twitter at @CryptoLove, and of course, subscribe to the channel, the coolest channel in the whole entire cryptoverse, and that is not an exaggeration at all. Now, before we get into things, today, Fear and Greed Index at 80, right now up from yesterday's 76 and last week's 79. So we are back in extreme greed. It feels good to be back. The overall market down 0.5% today after going up a few percent yesterday. Right now, Bitcoin sitting just north of $70,000 at 76.37. Ethereum at 36.41, BNB at 5.81, Solana at 1.75, XRP 60 cents, Dogecoin 19 cents, Toncoin 6.94, and Cardano 60 cents. And Bitcoin, after breaking out from this wedge right here, symmetrical triangle, right now is sitting just above there, might be finding support on top of there before breaking back up. But as you can see, this dashed line right here, this is trend line support, potentially turned resistance for Bitcoin. We'll have to see if price can break above. Now we do have the blue line, the 21 EMA, just underneath at Bitcoin price that could cause some support, because as of yet, Bitcoin has only spent about 3 weeks of the entire bull run since November of 2022 below this line. So that being said, why is price not going straight vertical? Well, Bitcoin made higher lows and now is so close to this short liquidity at $72,000 to $74,000. We'll probably grab them this week, but April 10th is CPI, and hopefully we don't get rugged by the Fed. Seems like everybody might be a little bit hesitant. Not sure what's going to happen with those CPI numbers, and because of that, they might be a little bit hesitant on across the markets. Now, should Bitcoin hold above $70,800, the next target becomes $85,000 based on the size of this wedge right here. That could be a very big move for Bitcoin. And if that move does happen, we might be in for a massive inverse head and shoulders. Now see me out right here. Here's one shoulder, here's a head, and then that 85,000 is very close to this other head right here. May go up to 90 and then come back down again, test previous resistance right here of previous all-time high, and then take off. And guess what? Look at the size of that head. That's what she said. That could send Bitcoin price into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, where we are right now, Bitcoin is replicating what it did in 2020, where it's bouncing off of this red line of the golden ratio multiplier. This is the line right before things really start to heat up, and that's what it feels like. It's still before the halving. I mean, granted, there's all these other causes that could have caused Bitcoin to price jump, but it's still before the halving. And even though there is FOMO and frenzy, it doesn't feel as ridiculous as last cycle yet, at least not to me. People aren't telling me left and right that they're Dogecoin traders. Not yet. Once that happens, I'll know it's all over. That, also the Pi Cycle Top, also cbbi.info. Now, as of right now, short-term holder cost basis just hit a new all-time high. You can see this blue line right here at the top of the previous short-term holder cost basis. Now, new all-time high right now at $58,000. This line, generally very good support in a bull market, could be headed towards new highs. Now, if you take a look at Bitcoin price right here, you can see these 2 black dots right here. There's probably a bit more than 2, but they're very small. If we take a look at the last cycle, there are a lot more black dots before we reach the top. What are those black dots? Well, it turns out those are all-time highs. So, based on my thinking, we have a lot more all-time highs before this cycle is over. Also, it seems like the relative strength index on monthly candles agrees with me, saying that this is not yet the peak. There's still a long way to go. We'll most likely see the peak in 2025. So bulk market and come back later. You can see it's not till it hits this line that it gets hammered back down. So a lot longer to go, and could be an exceptional couple months. As a matter of fact, if you hang around for those charts we're going to be going over soon, could be an absolutely exceptional couple months. If we take a look, basic math for Bitcoin halving, plus historically strong month equals rocket emoji. Just go ask any math teacher, they'll tell you that's true. If we take a look right here, historically, April, very strong month for Bitcoin. May kind of sucks, but April does pretty good, or this is the S&P 500. So, could be good for Bitcoin as well. You know what is good for Bitcoin is the daily MACD, look at this, and the RSI looking like a monster pump is coming. Not like the crypto Twitter influencers saying the latest pump is a total scam, just a little higher and we're totally going back down. Now, I say it can do one of three things. The price can either go up, or it can go down, or it can go sideways. I mean, I don't really see many other ways for the price to go, but it's definitely going to do one of those three things. Now, if we take a look on the 3-month log MACD, just crossed bullish for the first time since January of 2022 when it crossed bearish. And the last time that did cross bullish like this, look at that, the beginning of a ginormous pump for Bitcoin. So we could be headed in towards the same territory for Bitcoin with a large log MACD cross. As a matter of fact, this chart right here, very interesting chart. It doesn't happen often, but Bitcoin just closed 2 consecutive months over the upper Bollinger Band. You can see 1 and 2. Now, each time it has done this previously in each cycle, guess what? It doubled within 3 months before the next red candle. So we could be seeing Bitcoin price doubling, roughly $140,000 before the next red candle within about 3 months, which would be May, June, July, summer rally, sell in May, go away, that whole debacle. And if you're excited about Bitcoin, you might want to get really excited about altcoins. Now, Peter Branch just said maybe there will be no alt season, and maybe he's right. Maybe he's trolling. Again, I just make videos on YouTube. I don't actually know anything. But based on this altcoin Gunnar EMA, when the Gunnar EMA crossed bullish in 2016, which would be back here, the total market cap rose more than 14,000% to the peak. Now, that was big, but that was a long time ago, okay? So then when the Gunnar EMA crossed bullish in 2019, the total market cap rose 1,500% to the peak. Status right now, Gunnar EMA has crossed bullish and altcoins are up just over 100%. I don't think that's going to be the top. Me personally, I don't think, but hey, you know, stranger things have happened. And if we take a look, expanding cycles theory, look at this echoing pretty nicely, and look at how much bigger this second setup is than the first setup, and the first setup did dramatically huge. The second setup could be something out of this world. I think it's coming. I think people's ears are starting to perk up, but the real frenzy FOMO price pumps have not happened. All of our bags will be trading significantly higher in a few months. Ignore the noise. Bears just can't admit that they missed a good entry point, still on the sideline. So, I hope you're not a bear. But if you are, everybody's welcome here. That's all for this video. Subscribe. Come join us on Twitter through CryptoLove. And of course, subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.